Okay, I haven't been doing much videos this week. I've been working on junk and trying to get airline plumbed in my building here. So I want to hook up my sandblaster inside the building here instead of being in my old shop. So there's my air compressor. And I need to get it way the hell down here to where the sandblaster's at. So we got a little bit of plumbing to play with here. Originally I was going to use pipe, which is all this stuff stacked up here. It ain't enough. So this is the blaster. So it needs a little work. It has a few hole issues and other things to deal with, but this is the sandblaster, and this here is a plastic blaster for doing plastic media, and also it does. We can do beads in here too. Actually, this thing just do about anything in here because it has a pressure pot back there. That's that thing back there. It's a pressure pot. So. This is a big aircraft machine. So it's a 4-foot square box. This is a 3-foot square box. So this one here is a sandblasting. So I gotta be able to do sandblasting. So I'm gonna use this jackhammer airlines I got. I got 4 or 5 of these things. This is a 3/4 inch hose, it looks like. Yep, small hole. So that's going to go to the back of the machine over here. This is a 3/4 line coming out of here. You got a 1/2 inch coming out of the machine out here. This is on the back of the machine. I got a valve here I can put in here if I want. This is 3/4 inch. So this is 3/4 and the hose is 3/4. So everything's the same. There's a nozzle down here. Somewhere all this junk. Some 1/2 inch stuff. There's a blast nozzle right there, and a little small orifice in them, so 3/4 hose should be plenty to feed it. So anyway, I'm trying to get all the stuff hooked up so I can do coatings in here. As you saw in the walker bike, we kind of screwed everything all up, so we're trying to make a better job around here. So I've been clearing a lot of junk out of here so you can actually see more stuff. Making room a little bit. Still full of crap though. So we're going to roll an air hose from all the way down there to my air compressor here, and I want to hook up this aftercool that I put up here 3 or 4 years ago. So I got to hook it up, and then here's our air hose connector right on here. We plug into that. So this here I got a bung here, and I got a bung over here to use. So this can come in out of here. Gives me an air hose hookup. And I can also put an airline hook up to run my air tools over here on. So makes it a little more convenient. Right now I got all my air goes out of the tank right here. Gets reduced down to nothing, goes into common. And this switches off, goes off to everything else. So this has very low flow through here, very low volume. So air tools don't work really good. This is a hose I bought years ago. I got a big 3/4 inch impact to run big stuff through, and I can never use it because I have no place to hook it. So I'm gonna get a connection for that also. So I'm gonna have all that connect down in here, I think. And I need to redo all this. And I got high flow airline fittings now. I need to redo all this and get rid of all this monkey motion crap here. Need to upgrade. So we got some tools. We got crescent wrenches. We got pipe wrenches. And I got a big breaker bar here. This is the press handle on my press. It's a 2-fold device. It also works on a ratchet. So go like that. Now you got a nice snap-on, big-ass torque wrench or breaker bar, whatever you want to call it. About 4 foot long. Perfect. So we'll be using that to unscrew this bung down here with. This one here is going to be a big crescent wrench, it looks like, if we can get it out. So here's my air valve for here, so I can shut the flow off. This one here's the next size bigger over here. Is that the same? Nope, that's the same one. I got 2 of those. So the other stuff I got is all this over here. I got a flexible hose here, but I don't have an end to go with that or anything. I don't know what that fits, so that's worthless. So I have to go buy another one, I guess. This is a 3/4 valve. So that's if I use 3/4 hose. I only have these in 1 inch pipe. So this is 3/4, 1 inch, that's the difference. This is 1/2 inch, so I can use these for water drains, whatever else I need. There's another water separator thing here, I guess. Regulator, I'm not sure what the hell this thing is. Looks like a water separator. Oh, we even got some Teflon pipe tape. Oh boy. So anyway, this is all the crap I got to work with. I went to Home Depot today and bought a bunch of 1-inch stuff here and adapters and crap and some sealant. Hopefully it works. So this is all stuff I bought to use. So now I got to figure out how I'm going to do all this stuff. First thing I do is make room for all your crap. And of course, I got more tools. Gotta have more color coordinates. I got blue ones, see? Got red ones too. Here's another red one. I got too big. Let's see, I got blue or red tools. My choice. These are pipe cutters. This is for, looks like 3/4 inch and 1/2 inch. So which I don't have. That's why I purchased 1-inch pipe pre-made. So I don't have to cut and screw it. It costs more money, but I own it. Or I own it now, I mean. I didn't own anything before. No receipts. We'll need those later. Alright, let's get this over here. So, the game plan right now is to get the air cooler put in here. Basically, it's just a big radiator with a fan on it. And you flip the fan on and it cools the air when it comes out of the machine here. So right now it comes out of the compressor here, goes in the tank here. Water drains out of the bucket down there. So it stays pretty airy, or pretty high humidity inside that tank. So this here is a big piece of stainless that I picked up years ago. I was going to make a separator for air in here, air and water separator. Basically you put a tube down about this far and one that goes down a lot further, about halfway down. And the air goes in, comes back up and around, and when it does all that, the water drops out of separation and it works really, really well. A lot better than these stupid air cans back here. They'll do nothing. One way back there, if you can see it. Anyway, so they don't do hardly anything. This stuff takes water out. This takes out gallons of water. That takes out ounces at best. So this is a lot better way, but I don't have time to deal with this. That's why it's been sitting there all these years. So I have to figure out what threads these are and plumb it, and it's a lot of work. And I think it's open on the bottom too. I don't remember. It's a little bit too big to deal with. That's why it's still sitting there. So right now the air goes from here right in your tank. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this all out. Go up here. We got a flex hose right there, which I think I'm going to reverse. Because that's that thread up there at the very top. It looks like the same thread here. So I need to go buy a street L coming out of here. And I can just flip this thing around the other way. And then the flex joint will be right here. And the hard tube will be from here up to there. That way the vibrations down here are not up there. If I just put a piece of tubing from here up, like this is going to vibrate like crazy and probably break off here at some point. It'll make a lot of noise. If you put the flex joint right here, then this won't vibrate hardly at all, and it'll be absorbed by that. So I have to flip all this around. No big deal. So we'll do that. And then coming down from here, I don't have any flex tube between this and the tank. Technically, I don't think I need it because this shouldn't be vibrating too awful much, maybe. Who knows? Because this is solid out of this, it probably all shakes. So anyway, I'm going to wind up using this flex joint right here, which is a piece of either copper or steel. I'm not sure. It's not rough. It doesn't look like it's copper, so it's probably steel. So I can put a little bit of more of a bend in here if I need it to, and I'll come off with a hard piece of pipe from here down about here, and then just reverse this and go right in. And that'll give me an air-cooled water source, or air source. So I don't know if you can see back in there, but that's what's back in there. On this side, oh, I got that right in my ear. It doesn't feel very good. So anyway, we're gonna make that all work. So right now I drained the tank out, so there's no air in it. So I can start working on this thing, try to figure out how I'm going to get this apart. And then we're going to figure out how we're going to route all this stuff. Because right now, I don't know. I had a plan, but those change. Once you start working, stuff to play with, your plans change. Alright, so right now I am going to, I think the first thing we're going to do is we're going to try to get this off, because I want to see if I can get that out. And then I'm going to try to get this stuff off of here, see what happens. And I got about an hour or so before I can get out here and go to Home Depot and buy more stuff, because they're going to close. As usual, I took the whole day off to do this, and I've been busy all day. So now it's like 7 o'clock over here. Oh, 6 o'clock. An extra hour. Alright, so let's see what this here does. So we got this nice short wrench right here we're going to use. Okay, this is a pickup style, so we pick up the tank. Oh, it moved. Good thing I had this long one on here. It needed it. Okay, now we know what condition the tank is on the inside. Oh, it's rusty in there. What a shocker. You'd never believe that, would you? Can't focus the beam enough to see in there. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, it's rusty in there. I don't think the camera will be able to see in there, but we'll try. Yep. Ah. I don't know if you can see in there or not. It's hard to get it where you can actually see in there. See a little bit on the edge of my finger how it's rusty in there. Yeah, it looks like the lid. What a shocker. We got an air compressor that's 30 years old. Got rust in it. Oh, I am shocked. Do I sound like I'm surprised? Oh yeah, definitely. Okay. So we got that part out. Yeah, we're flying now. Okay, now we gotta see what size that is. I bought this nice adapter here, 1.5" to 1. Nice. I got galvanized so it shouldn't rust. Of course, everything that's threaded is going to rust. But yeah, whatever. Ooh, look at that. Looks like it's almost the right size. There we go. Perfect. Then we move up to a 1-inch street L. Street L has a fitting on it like that. And the elbow's double female. Street L's male female mix. See, that doesn't screw together. Okay, so that goes into there. Soaking up a lot of length over here real quick. Alright. We're flying now. Jeez, I got a lot of progress done. Look at that. You know how many years it took to get to that much progress? Quite a bit. Okay, so now I've got this thing right here. I need to unscrew this off of it so that I can put that in there. There's no reason for a quick disconnect on this that I can think of. Now, it's a matter how high I want this to stick up. I don't want to have it stick up real high, let some of the water separate out. That's always a plus. It puts it up about bench height right here, which is comfortable. be about down here. What type of valve on this? The disadvantage of this, there's no valve here, so we can't do it that way. I need a valve. So we need to have this put in the system. So when this opens up, we have a big hole in it. Yeah, tight. There, see a big hole, see? Of course, I turned the air off before I blew everything out, but yeah, it's got a good sized hole in it. Okay, so, oh, they got an on and an off. It's a good thing I knew what that meant. Easy if when things are in line, it flows. When they're like that, it flows, and then if you go like that, it doesn't flow anymore. It's easy how this stuff works. Okay, so what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to have to put an adapter in there. From there to there, that's a little nipple. Be a nipple. This is not a titty type nipple, this is a nipple. Big difference. Factory sealed. Galvanized on the inside, threaded everywhere else. Okay, so that goes into here, like that, and also threads into that pipe down there. Okay, so how do you want this valve to work? Okay, if you go down, it's on, go up is off. So if you go like that, I like that, that's where I get good access to it. The only problem is I'm going to hit. That don't work, see? I'm going to hit. If you go like this, the bench is in the way. So if I flip it around the other direction, like this, here, I can go down with it like that, come up like that. I like that a little bit better. Nope, doesn't work that way. It goes this way. So it's going to go this direction. Okay. To make sure it clears the bench. Okay, so that's going to be my best option, I think. Okay, now we have this piece here we can use. So I don't think you want to have it that high in the air. It'd be kind of stupid. So we put a little short nipple on it, or we can come up a little ways. A shorter piece of pipe. I need access for this. So we got to come up fairly good on the height. I think I bought some more pipe with me, see? That's not too bad at an angle there. Get better access to it, like that. That's good. Okay. So now we gotta get this thing unscrewed off of here. Now we go right there like that. Otherwise it's going to be way up here. I think it'll work. Okay, so I got to unscrew this off of here now. So that's going to require a pipe wrench.